Penn plans to rewrite history. Is it lights out for James Toney? And Maynard tries to bully himself to a title shot. This is the Fight Network's preview of UFC 118.
Tune in and watch and see how much I know.
Hey there, fight fans. My name is John Pollock, and welcome to the Fight Network's preview of UFC 118 as Zuffa hits Boston for the first time in their promotional history. In just a few minutes, Robin Black will be here to break down a very deep card, which promises to be one of the more intriguing on the calendar this year. We have a potential lightweight title shot that hangs in the balance when Florian takes on Gray Maynard. Worlds will collide as James Lights Out Toney steps into a UFC octagon for the first time against Hall of Famer Randy Couture, and the main event will feature a rematch of one of the closest 5-round fights in lightweight history. The main event of UFC 118 will see Frankie Edgar make the first defense of his lightweight gold as the 12-1 New Jersey native meets the man he defeated at UFC 112, BJPenn, who enters this rematch with a record of 15-6-1. Edgar took the UFC 112 fight via unanimous decision on scores of 50-45, 49-46, and 48-47.
It clearly wasn't the BJ, in top form. So I heard he was sick or something like that, but it's a fight, right? You go in there, whether you're sick, healthy or not, it's what it is. So hats off to Frankie Edgar. Solid guy, has been training for a long time and putting his skills together, and now he's the champ. But I think in that fight, probably BJ would be the favorite going there.
BJ's going to have to corner him a little more. He's going to have to stalk him a little more. He's going to have to use the ring and put his back up against the fence. He's going to have to grab onto him, try to get some takedowns, get on top of him. He's going to have to obviously come up with a different game plan than he had last time.
Frankie, a real guy, like a true lightweight, he's probably on the smaller side of lightweights as they go, but he's got so much gameness and just, I really can see also, too, the fact that he probably doesn't cut a lot of weight really does give him an advantage in being able to sustain that gameness through the whole fight.
Fight was real close. I personally thought that, it could have been a draw. BJ could win by 1 round. Frankie could win by 1 round. Fight was real close. It's going to come down to who makes the best minor adjustment.
I think BJ's got to be a little bit more forward thinking this fight as opposed to just standing in the center of the ring and pivoting. He's got to put pressure on Frankie Edgar, and that's something that you don't see a lot in BJ.
If he come more aggressive, I think it's going to be hard for Frank. But Frank is very good, man.
I don't understand what happened with BJ the last fight. Maybe he's not training hard or got sick, I don't know. But for sure, I think BJ is much better than Frankie Edgar. Frankie Edgar is a great fighter too, but the day they fight is not the day for BJ, just for Frank. But I really BJ get the belt again.
For the thing Frankie to win this fight is just to be in dog shape and just be able to go on those toes, keep moving in and out for 5 rounds, because I think that's the way he beats him. I don't think, he stops him in any way. I don't think he has the punching power to stop him on his feet, and I don't think he has the punching power on the ground or the submission skills to finish him.
No doubt about it. I think BJ is a better, harder puncher than Frankie. Frankie's just faster, But bottom line, what's the #1 criteria of mixed martial arts? Damage done. So if he goes in there and lands the heavy blows and does the damage, he can win that fight.
When searching for success in mixed martial arts, what is more important, talent or hard work? In the case of BJPenn, many have marveled at his incredible skills and immense talent.
For us, lightweights, you see a guy like a BJPenn, you're like, man, how one day I'm going to be good like this guy? It's going to be impossible.
Many will argue that in order to become World Jiu-Jitsu champion or a UFC titleist as Penn has, hard work is mandatory. Although the 31-year-old has worked diligently to ensure success early in life, some feel the Hawaiian has been coasting on his talent for the majority of his career. Fans and pundits alike consider the former 2-division champion to be one of the top pound-for-pound fighters on the planet. Armed with powerful, sharp striking,
he is on the outside again, not scared to throw those bombs,
and an unmatched grappling game, he remains atop of the lightweight heap.
Mataleo's locked in. Is he going to tap? He's going to sleep. Tap.
After toppling some of the best fighters in his weight category using his dynamic arsenal, Penn will be matched with unheralded fighter Frankie Edgar at UFC 112 in Abu Dhabi. Over 5 rounds, Penn could not keep up with Edgar's exhausting pace, but he did manage to land shots on the New Jersey native, as well as prevent the majority of takedowns. It was Edgar's incredible cardiovascular conditioning, coupled with his speed and movement, that allowed him to go the distance. The judges awarded the decision to the challenger, which left some people scratching their heads.
I think at least four out of five of the 5 rounds he won. I was watching it, and I'd heard the results already, and watched the first 3 rounds, called my buddy, what are you talking about? How do you lose this fight? So, you know, I think at the punch stats, I think we're gone with that too.
BJPenn was landing the harder shots. Frankie was just moving a lot, and just moving a lot doesn't hurt anybody.
To others, Penn was simply outworked, which has been the case in almost every one of his decision losses over his career.
I thought Frankie won. When I watched the fight, bell rings, final round, in my mind it was like, you know, I haven't watched it 10 times like everyone says, but I don't think I need to watch it 10 times. I've seen it twice, and I thought Frankie did enough to win.
Being able to take BJ down, even though if it was for a split second, he was able to take him down where, look at Matt Hughes couldn't take him down very easily. I mean, good, big wrestlers couldn't. But I think the surprise of the fact that boom, 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 then all of a sudden he shot, took him down. You know, so he did kind of control that end of the fight.
Frankie's game plan, he beat BJ the same way he beat me. You know, he hit and he got out of range, he hit and he got out of range, and he's hard to catch.
When you compare Penn to the champions that reign in the UFC, one point is quite interesting. Penn is the only notable fighter in his camp, while fighters like Anderson Silva, Shogun, and GSP, even Brock Lesnar, surround themselves with the best training partners available. Penn, on the other hand, has been criticized for not leaving his island to seek out other options. For this fight, however, Penn secured the services of Dream Featherweight champion Bibiano Fernandes, whose speed, grappling abilities, and aggressive nature is similar to the new champion.
BJ have great jiu-jitsu, you know what I mean? But a lot of people don't know, but he's good jiu-jitsu, bro. He's very good jiu-jitsu, very good in hands. I work a lot of stand-up with him, a lot of jiu-jitsu. I run a lot with him, a lot of condition with him. Always I push BJ, you know what I mean, for cardio, because I'm more quick for him. I can have more cardio, I have more explosion. Always I push, let's go BJ, keep it going BJ, like that. Because he's cardio, he's always, you want to be lazy a little bit. But let's go BJ, keep it going, bro. He's ready for this fight. You go see another BJ, you go see another guy for next fight.
Bibiano, thanks, coming down and helping me train, and you know, just trying to get as prepared as I possibly can, you know.
What do you think about your fight with Frankie Edgar?
You know, I think, you know, I'm gonna come out, try to do my best, and you know, really try to take it to him, and you know, try to hurt him, and you know, it's gonna be a great fight. So, you know, go check it out. Make sure to check out this fight.
Robin Black is here to break down UFC 118, the main event. Robin, a highly anticipated lightweight rematch. This time Frank Edgar in the role of champion, making his first defense against BJPenn. Let's go back to UFC 112 in Abu Dhabi, and both men's performances, starting with Edgar's.
That was a great fight, and Frankie Edgar looked so good on the feet. BJPenn, you know, stood there and tried to trade with him. We never saw him take it to the ground, but a fantastic fight in Abu Dhabi.
And we never did see Penn really initiate any takedowns, didn't shoot in on Frank Edgar. We never heard anything about an injury coming out of that event, but something suspicious, I thought, with BJPenn choosing to stand for the whole 5 rounds.
I don't know if he was injured so much as this is just the trend that we're seeing in these lightweight guys. They all kind of want to stand, they all want to put on a big show, and the lightweight division is very much turning into a stand-up division right now. Even talented guys like Maynard, who are great wrestlers, and really talented jiu-jitsu guys like BJPenn are trying to stand and show off their striking. So maybe we'll see something a little different this time.
And should it go to the ground, obviously we have the superlative Brazilian jiu-jitsu skills of BJPenn against the wrestler in Frankie Edgar. And I think should it go to the ground, I mean, who are you giving the edge there? BJPenn very dangerous off his back.
Penn is very dangerous off his back. He's also dangerous on top in that half guard when he's dropping elbows. Frankie Edgar is a fantastic wrestler. He's very much one of these decision guys who plays it very, very safe and tries to eke out the rounds. So it's a tough call. I mean, it's hard to bet against BJPenn. The guy is one of the best fighters in the world everywhere. So it's a tough one to call that way.
In this one, do you see a more aggressive game plan from BJPenn and avoiding going to the judges?
Yeah, BJPenn, if you're BJPenn, you are looking to finish this fight. Not only because you want to make sure it doesn't go to a decision, but because you want to make a big statement. Frankie Edgar is one of the top guys, but BJPenn believes he's one of the top guys in the world, and he wants to finish this fight.
The first fight in April came down to a razor-close decision. How do you see this rematch going?
Could be more of the same, really. We're probably going to see it changed up a little bit. You'll see BJ look for some takedowns, try to really work a complete mixed martial arts game. But in the end, it's tough. It's a tough call, but if you're a betting man, you do not want to bet against BJPenn very often.